Hello, welcome back to my channel. I missed a week. Arrest me, I was on my honeymoon. I've been back for 4 days and yeah, I didn't upload last week, which does upset me, but I'm giving myself a pat on the back still because I did schedule a video to go out like a week into the honeymoon and I was really proud of that. But anyway, we've got 2 vlogs on the way. This one, which is my tips for traveling with a toddler, and then also the Dubai vlog will be next. And then, you'll probably roll your eyes if you watch my videos. Let me come down a little bit, get comfy. I'm going to do a version of Vlogmas. I know, not like every single day because that would just be completely unrealistic when I literally have a full-time online coaching business to run and also a child to look after and also trying to look after myself as well. But I'm gonna give it my best shot, maybe trying to upload like 3 videos a week, and I'm gonna just try and keep them like short form, like what we're up to that day, try and keep it festive. I've got so many plans in December that it'll just be like, there's just like, you know, easy content to be made. It's just like the editing and the uploading time. But if it means sleepless nights, I will do that for you. So subscribe because hopefully some fun to be coming to the channel. But anyway, let's get into the vlog. What we're gonna do is we're gonna rewind maybe about 2 weeks to the day that we left for our holiday. You'll see a little bit of the travel and you know, our airport experience and a little bit on the plane. And then I'm gonna reel off just like all the tips. I just kind of like brain dumped some tips into the notes in my phone that I can kind of recall from my first like long distance travel experience with my 16-month-old. Yes, it was an experience, I will say, but yes, let's get into the rewind and then we'll reel off some juicy tips. It's giving Dora the Explorer vibes and I'm not mad at it. Luckily, we've managed to have some childcare for Harper whilst we like scramble to get ready to leave for the airport. It is 2:10 and I want to leave in half an hour, so I feel like we can do it. But this is my very full bag of stuff for the plane. So basically what I'm taking on the plane is an array of snacks. I've got some melty sticks and some yogurts. I've got nappies, nappy bags and wipes. Okay, thanks for reminding me that I do need wipes. I've got lots of plane games. Even though it's a night flight, I've got like books, toys, I've got like duct tape, I've got pajamas, I've got spare clothes, I've got socks. I don't have any spare clothes for myself, so let's pray. I've got like a big muslin / blanket stuffed in here. I've got my neck pillow and my cap, my sunnies, my Kindle, some tampons, my passport, some eye patches, some lip balm. I've got my purse, I've got a clip, I've got some bibs and stuff like cutlery for Harper. And I've got a few of these toddler milks, which are like emergency. And Jeff's gonna pack the empty bottles in his bag. But the goal is to get some like warm milk from like a Costa or something before we get on the plane. So hopefully we can do that. That is pretty much it. Definitely need some wipes though. Never used a backpack before and I can't believe it. Always lugging around like a heavy handbag. Like what an idiot. This is just so good. I can hold a baby, I can hold a stroller, I've got all my stuff. And it looks cool. It's like double the size of me, which is hilarious. Sing it with me now. If it's not packed now, it's not coming. If it's not packed now, it's not coming. If it's not packed now, we'll have to go without. If it's not packed now, it's not coming. Why is it so stressful when you get in the car ready to go? What's the time? Okay, we are technically on time. God knows if I managed to do my to-dos, but I did just have to take 5 kilos out of the bag because it was 30 kg. We've only paid for 23, but now it's 27, so I'm just 5 kilos over. Hopefully they'll let it slide. We made it, oh, very loud music in here. We made it through security. My bag was 7 kilos over. No, actually 5 kilos over, so that cost me £65. Harper was very good in the car, like slept most of the way, which is great because it was 3.5 hours.
And now we're having a Wagamamas.
Oh, we've got drinks. Thank you. The things important that we relax, have some dinner because we've got time, and then yeah, let's see how this night flight goes. Harper's dinner.
Bits of ours.
Hi, hubby.
Hello.
Happy honeymoon.
Happy honeymoon to you as well.
And then we got on the plane, so we changed the baby. We got on a little bit nervous, and then we tried to put her in a car seat. She was on my lap for takeoff, but I'll explain a bit more about this car seat situation a little bit later in the video. But yeah, that was really fun. There's you strapping her in. All I will say, it was an epic fail, to be honest. And this is me trying to get to sleep as she is looking really sleepy. It worked really well, and yeah. What fun was had.
Yes, 100% do not recommend.
And just like that, we made it. We arrived in Dubai yesterday and I've binged watched a lot of videos on traveling with a toddler and I've been very anxious about it for a very long time, and now I've done it. I've completed it. We're here, we're safe. I feel like I can talk about it. To be completely honest, I found the whole day like completely unbearable, if I'm being honest. Like, I think it's important to manage your expectations, not be too naive, like be prepared, like mentally and physically prepared going into a night flight with a toddler. Would I do it again? Not in a hurry, no. But is it over with like before you know it? Yes. So we left at 3 o'clock for our 9:30 p.m. flight, and the goal was for her to sleep in the car, which she did. She slept for a lot of the time. You want to see this? Yeah, I thought if she has a nap in the car and wakes up at like 4:30, 5, then that'll like take us through to 9:30 and then she can sleep for the night flight. So she did sleep, and then we had a really nice dinner in the airport. We went to Wagamama's and we had, yeah, a really nice wholesome family dinner. She was fine. She was actually good as gold in the airport, like no fussing, but did have to carry her quite a lot. And I would definitely recommend trying to find somewhere in the airport for them to roam around. She's not walking yet, but she's like learning to walk. So yeah, we did some she was crawling around and like helping her walk and stuff in this like little area that we found in the back of Wagamama's. Like no one was there, so I just thought this is a good place just to give her free reign, because there's no like kids area at the airport. I did ask, they didn't seem to have anywhere. She slept on and off on the flight. So the flight was 9:30 and then we were landing at 8 a.m, but obviously with a 4-hour difference. She's too big for the bassinet, but she's too young for her own seat. And I don't know whether because I'd booked on and like had a baby that they wouldn't let me move seats. I planned to try and book a window and an aisle and pray for the middle, and I was going to take a flight bed, but we had the front like extra legroom seats and they wouldn't let me change my seats online. So I was like, we're just going to have to suck it up and go there and hope that maybe she fits in the bassinet. She didn't fit in the bassinet, but they did give us like a car seat. She likes to roll around, and then I was like, I don't know how this is gonna go. And it was right by the toilet as well, so every time like someone would flush the toilet, it was quite loud, and every time the lights were flashing, like when the bathroom was engaged, it was like bright red, and then when it was free, it was like bright white. So that was like right up, like right in her face. I think she maybe slept like on and off about an hour in there. She was awake for the first hour, she slept in there for the second hour, and then she was just inconsolable. And by this time it was like midnight and like everyone was obviously trying to sleep. So we ended up getting her out and I just put her on me. But I mean, I didn't sleep at all for the whole night flight, which is hard. Like if you're gonna be, you know, traveling, parenting, and you're both knackered. Jeff doesn't sleep on planes either, I wish he did. But she ended up sleeping on me. I just tried to get her like cuddled into like a bit of a cocoon with the blanket. And then yeah, she was maybe having like little half an hour bouts of sleep, and then she'd like cry quite a lot and I'd have to sort of comfort her. But we got through it, didn't we? We got through it, and that's what's important. Next time, I'd probably just pay for a seat, book the 3 seats in an aisle, bring a flight bed. That's probably what I'll do next time. Obviously, maybe your baby, depending on their age, will fit into the bassinet, which is fine, like that's what they're designed for. We ended up getting to the hotel at about 10 a.m. Yeah, we managed to check in early, and we did have like a big family nap between like 12 and 2, but even so, she was just really inconsolable for the whole day. So yesterday wasn't the best day, and I felt really sad. It's like it's the first day on our honeymoon. We're in a gorgeous place, you know, the sun is shining, and I just felt miserable, which is just me being completely honest. I'm sure people will be like, oh my god, so ungrateful, whatever, but I was like, she's so sad, she's so miserable, and it's really infectious. I think if you're a mum, you know, like when your child's just inconsolable, like no matter where you take them for dinner or no matter what you do, like it's very infectious. Like you can't help but just like feel that sad, like negative energy. But anyway, all positives. We made it, and yes, of course, I do it again in a heartbeat to do the holiday. Of course, it's worth it when you get to the other side. It flies by, no pun intended, it does go very quickly. Yeah, I would recommend bringing like pajamas or like what they're used to and changing them just before the flight. Like just before we went to the gate, we changed her into her pajamas, changed her nappy and everything so she was fresh. Kind of wish we brought a sleeping bag, but I didn't, because like the blanket she was just like throwing off her, so when she was up in the car seat, she would just kick the blanket off her, so maybe a sleeping bag would have been a bit more cozy for her. Sorry about the mess. Sorry that I've just basically woken up and this is what I look like, but we're just keeping it real here. Yeah, if you are traveling with a toddler or baby soon, like it's just one of those needs must, like you need to just endure, and then it's worth it when you get to the other side. Obviously it's like not pleasant, but then I don't think traveling even without a baby or a toddler is that enjoyable either, you know, and it is just like over before you know it. But anyway, a few of the things that I noted down which really helped us. The first thing I wrote down was what we took for dinner. So we only had to use the emergency iPad twice. It's totally up to you if you're cool with like the screen time, and I know it's a bit of a controversial topic. We are definitely cool with it and utilize it. You know, we've got quite a fussy, I'd like, you know, don't want to call her a difficult baby. I mean, all babies are pretty difficult, but she was very like colicky. We used to literally put her in front of the dancing fruit and vegetables all the time because it was the only thing that would stop her screaming when she was awake. So yeah, I'm not against screen time in any way, but I said that at dinner times and meal times, it is a bit of a thing for me. I'm a nutrition coach and I really do believe in like, you know, the Mediterranean style of eating, and you know what a joy it is and what a privilege it is to be able to like put a meal in front of your family and be able to eat that together. So it's something that I feel quite strongly about, just like eating as a family and having that quality time, and I want to try and set that tone from the off. So we don't ever have screen time at dinner here at home. But the first couple of nights on holiday, she was just, yeah, really unsettled, screaming, throwing everything off the high chair. So yes, we missed Rachel a couple of times and that was absolutely fine. So we did take the iPad with us every meal out, just in case. And it's not for me, I'll sit there with her screaming and I'll look at her like this. It's for the other people who are trying to enjoy their evening out, like who are trying to enjoy their dinner. They don't need to be watching my toddler having a tantrum. So yeah, we always brought an iPad. So what else we brought to dinner was snacks. So whilst waiting for food to come, like something to kind of keep them occupied if you've got maybe a bit of like a fussy, like highly strung child like I do. So just like the obvious things, melty sticks, crackers, all that good stuff. A pack of wipes, obvious things like nappies, bib, like a big like jacket bib, because like she has some really cute outfits and they would just be covered in tomato pasta. So yeah, some like, you know, silicone, no, you know, like wipeable jacket bibs, babe, toddler cutlery, her own sippy cup, books, and then emergency iPad. So we took that in a bag to dinner every single night. Then honestly, like I don't have a lot of advice for the plane. Like you're just gonna have to do your best. We really did hope that we'd get a middle seat free on the way back. We booked an aisle and a window, but the flight was completely full, so we just had like a woman on there. She moved to the window seat for us, which was great, but just being tight in like a row of three with like 3 adults and a baby, like there's just no tips I can really give apart from endure, it'll be fine, and try and break it up into chunks. So maybe it's like an hour of books and like toys that you've brought. So I brought, you would have seen in my last vlog, I think it was, I did like a little Amazon haul of things I was bringing on the plane, so go back and watch that. But I brought all of that stuff. So maybe have like an hour of like books and like things and entertainment. Maybe then have like an hour dedicated to like food and snacks and having a meal, and then try and get like a sleep in there one of the hours. We had an hour of Miss Rachel. Break it up into chunks and you can go back to like books and toys, and I think that just kind of helps a little bit. So that's my main advice for that. Oh, and bring new toys that they haven't seen before. I saw that tip and it is a game changer. Like new things are really great for the plane. So even when we were on holiday, I had things in my suitcase for the plane back, even though like at the time I was tempted to just give it to her, because you know you kind of run out of toys and stuff when you are on holiday, you don't have all these stuff from home. But I'm really glad that I saved a few things because she was so excited on the plane to have these new toys. And then one of the things that I was really stressed about before going was milk. So Harper still has milk morning and evening. She just has organic whole milk. Pretty much every evening when we'd get back, we'd go to the hotel buffet. So there was like an all-inclusive there. We didn't have it. We had breakfast only, but there was like there's just like milk. So we'd always go and say, can we have some milk for our baby? And they were like, yeah, help yourself. Like the buffet was just there open. There was also like a barista section of like people doing like drinks and coffees just like within the buffet and within where like the breakfast is and the dinner is and everything. So yeah, we would literally every evening go and get that, and we did that in the mornings as well. We'd go down to the breakfast buffet and like get milk. So that was really, really easy. We only had a mini fridge, like a mini bar fridge, which like wouldn't fit in like a big pint of milk. So we didn't like buy any from the shop. We literally just did that. So yeah, if you've got a hotel which has like a restaurant, that'll be fine. And they were very helpful. Like anything we wanted for Harper, they were just more than happy. So I feel like when you've got kids, you do get that kind of help that you need. Help will always be given at Hogwarts, so just keep that in mind. With that said, I did bring toddler milk for the plane, so I bought 4 bottles of Cow and Gate toddler milk, like ready to drink. That was the only brand that I could find which did just like the pour from the bottle, like doesn't need to be kept in the fridge or anything, milk. We had them for an emergency. We didn't need it on the flight there because I got milk from Wagamama's. So we had dinner at Wagamama's, and then I said, have you got milk that I can fill up here? And then we just took that, like warm milk, and then we just took that bottle on the plane. So if you are doing a night flight, just ask one of the restaurants or a Costa or a Starbucks to fill up your bottle of milk, so then you don't have to like buy any or bring any. But we did use one bottle when we got home really late and the buffet in the restaurant was closed. It's when we lost Jerry, so you'll see that in my next video, but we lost Harper's like holy grail, like favorite toy. I literally can't even talk about it. I feel like I've left him, whatever. But the night that we lost Jerry, we didn't get home until midnight. She was amazing, to be fair. She didn't kick off it at all. I think she knew what the cause was, but the restaurant was closed, so we didn't have any milk. So we weren't even thinking about it. So we gave her one of the toddler milks there, so that was handy. And then we also gave her one on the flight back for takeoff, because she didn't really need milk. She'd already had milk that morning, but I wanted to give her something for takeoff just to help her ears. So yeah, I just gave her a bit of that, so that was fine. So that's handy to have. I would recommend bringing like a few just to take with you, like a pound in Tesco or whatever. 3 things then I couldn't live without whilst we were there is the snooze shade. So she napped in the stroller every day. That's another thing on my list, a stroller that fully reclines. We've got a smart trike and it literally goes all the way back, covers up a lot, and then we put the snooze shade on top. So it was just so easy for us. We could go down the pool and play with her in the pool for an hour, put her in the pram for a nap, walk around. She'd literally be asleep for about an hour. We'd have the white noise on, that's number 3. And then me and Jeff would get to like have lunch together or sit on the sunbed for an hour together while she'd just be next to us asleep. And the white noise obviously helps drown out the sound. Because we were all sharing a hotel room, there was like a little bit of like a corridor walkway. So you open the hotel room door, there's like a little bit of a walkway with like the wardrobes and the bathroom, and then you kind of enter the main bit of the room. So we were putting the cot down into that bit so she couldn't see us. We were watching Netflix in bed on Jeff's laptop, like the light from the laptop wasn't waking her up because she was like around the corner. So that was really good, and obviously not something that we could have like planned or foreseen. I was stressed about all sharing room, but at least she couldn't wake up and be like, "Mummy," you know? But the white noise is a game changer because us watching Netflix in bed, like she can't hear any of that. We've just got the portable white noise, which I still use for every night. The snooze shade for napping in the day, and then yeah, a stroller, one that ideally reclines back, one that ideally is cabin approved, so we would just take it around the airport, fold it up, putting it in the overhead lockers. They're just so good to have, and like cost per use is like just, yeah. So yeah, we have the smart trike and I really like it. I did hire a Baby Zen Yo-Yo Air for Mallorca earlier this year, and I liked it, but it didn't recline all the way back and her sleep wasn't great. But yeah, this one, the smart trike was really good, so highly recommend. And then 2 final points is I am a routine mum and I like trying to keep my baby in some sort of routine. I've had advice in the past, like, don't worry about your routine when you're on holiday, like, but that doesn't work for me. Like, she'll be inconsolable, like she just will. She needs to nap after like a certain amount of hours, like she's rubbing her eyes, like I couldn't just like ignore that because it's out of her routine. So we did keep her in a routine. She'd have her morning wake window, breakfast, normal, yeah, some awake hours, whatever. Then she'd have her nap in the stroller and then, yeah, be awake again. Then we'd go for dinner and then she'd go to bed at night. We'd do her bath, bottle and bed. Like, that works really well for us. It didn't sacrifice any fun on holiday. And because Dubai was 4 hours ahead, it meant we could put her to bed like quite a bit later. She'd be going to bed at sort of like 9, 10 o'clock, waking up about 8, 9 o'clock. And that was great for us. But obviously, like, work out with yourself and whatever time difference you may have. Most people say, like, don't worry about routine on holiday, but I think you can still make your routine work for you, like on the go, and your baby will just be happier that way. Like, I know my baby is much happier when she's like slept and like has that routine, but each their own. My last little tip is take some bananas from the breakfast buffet. If you've got breakfast included, take what you can for the day. Take a couple of croissants, grab a couple of bananas, like, it's fine. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's absolutely fine. Like, one day I actually made a sandwich. I made like a loaded like turkey and avocado sandwich in like a roll, and I took that with me down to the pool. But I just think having a banana in your bag is just like the best emergency snack ever. So yeah, take some bits from the buffet. That's a really good hack. Anyway, they're the main tips that I thought of. I'm sure there's more, but I'm happy to answer any questions that you've got in the comments. Like, I'm definitely not an expert. Like, we're all just winging it. So don't watch these videos and feel disheartened, like not prepared. Just do the best that you can. Just endure it. All the baby needs or the toddler needs is you there, and they just need to be like slept and fed, and I'm sure they'll be happy as Larry. If I can answer any questions, I'm more than happy to. Make sure you subscribe because the Dubai vlog will be coming next, and then hopefully our wedding video should be coming soon, and then, well, yeah, I'm doing Vlogmas and my birthday's coming up in a week. So, and thanks for watching this one. Good luck with your travels if that's why you clicked on this one. If not, thanks for watching a video that probably will not benefit you in any way, but I just love that you're here. Like, love that for me. See you in the next one. Have a great day.